Hello, everybody. It is Brian here of This Is What Brian Thinks Adventures. Good evening and happy Easter weekend to each and every one of you. I thought I would like to provide a mid-April 2022 update and talk about some of the positive things, what is really going to go on the Easter weekend, and also what is also going to be happening with me after Easter weekend between later on Saturday, April 30th, the end of this April, and the first 2 weeks of Saturday, May 7th, as well as Saturday, May 14th, at the beginning of this May of next month. And this is very exciting news I'm going to tell each and every one of you. So, here it goes. I'm very pleased to announce to tell every one of you is that after Easter weekend, in a couple short weeks, I am going to be starting my Adobe Photoshop course at school in MacEwan University. That's near Ice District, not far from the downtown area, between end of April of later on this month, including the first 2 weeks of May of next month, of Saturday, May 7th, as well as Saturday, May 14th, the beginning of first 2 weeks of May. In fact, of all the positive things, what is going on as well, I also want to remind each and every one of you is that a week 10 days ago, on the first Tuesday of April 5th, I have dropped off my resume at Pet Value Westmount, so I am extremely hopeful that I hope to get a wonderful phone call from the Pet Value Westmount location about a part-time job interview opportunity. In fact, I'm also glad to tell every one of you is that less than a month, come May of next month, in 4 weeks' time, my birthday is going to be coming up in May of next month, in 4 weeks' time. I'll be planning stuff for my 29th birthday as well, and I always like to do separate parties for my birthday for respecting reasons, you might want to say, if you would like to know, is that I have friends who I used to go to school with in LY Cairns. I went to for junior high and senior high school for 8 years, a long time. And because they're at certain ages, we want to make sure neither of us doesn't get into trouble. So my mom and I, we have a policy about what movies are allowed, what movies are never allowed, what video games are allowed, and what video games aren't allowed. It's a policy I have too, because the reason is my friends and I are at certain ages because they are in their early teens, mid-teens, late teens, early 20s, or as well as closer to 30. So we want to be very cautious about what's allowed and what's not. So a couple of reasons so we don't get in the trouble with our families, especially my family as well. So that's why we respect that policy and we lead by example. Now, the positive example of what's going to be happening is that I am looking forward to refocusing on getting my studies back on track before the summer holiday months of this July and this summer of August, including at the end of this summer come for the next year, 2022-23 semester term year, as when the next school year goes back on, come next fall of September of next fall of 2022, as the kids go back to school, and as I start returning back to NAIT for my Adobe Photoshop course level 2, come next fall of next September as well. And most of all, I'm also really wanting to say is that tomorrow, Friday, April 15th, that's coming up, not that far from now, is also my mom's birthday. In fact, I'm also going to say Happy Good Friday and Easter weekend on the next video as well. And before I go, everyone, I'm very pleased to tell you is that I have been looking at other part-time job places near my place on the south side here in Edmonton for the last many months. And so hopefully sometime this spring, between sometime after the Easter weekend, as well as the first couple of weeks of May, so just before the summer, hopefully I get a new part-time job and be able to reroute my stuff that I've had temporarily put off for the last 2 years. And after Easter weekend, between the last 2 weeks of April and the start of May, before and after I start going to school at MacEwan University for Adobe Photoshop course, that time frame, between the end of April and the first 2 weeks of May, I will be calling my friends from my old school who I used to go to LY Cairns with and discuss about my birthday party we plan to host on the third week of Sunday, May 15th of May of next month as well. And besides, I'm really pleased to tell you is that I've been doing some birthday shopping mission for my mom. And in fact, the reason I want to tell you is that I enjoy doing separate things for my birthday for respecting reasons. And whenever my friends and I get together, whether if it's my birthday in the spring in May or whatever it is we're doing on our own time, we always want to make sure we set an example, knowing what's right and what's not. So lots of good examples to look forward to. In fact, I'm looking forward to a much better summer of this year come later on this June, as well as the beginning of July and August, and including some very wonderful fresh new starts, including returning back to my campus at NAIT for Adobe Photoshop course level 2 come next fall of September after this summer as well. Thank you for mid-April 2022 update, folks. Happy Good Friday Easter weekend, and I will say Happy Good Friday to each and every one of you on the next YouTube video. Have a safe night Thursday night, April 14th, Friday, April 15th of 2022. Take care, everyone.